Okay. So what do we have here? So this is one of the artworks that I've been recently playing around with. It's got the standard theme that in 2018, where I've got the fiberglass canvas and I've put something on there. But where I think I'm sort of at or changing, or what's morphed in this way, is that I've allowed for a lot more ability to create complexity within the works, which fits my sort of style. And the style is to do with a certain kind of a postmodernism that's to do with high technology. Since the large language models were released to the public, that's my experience of it anyway, and how it's able to generate images and so forth. So this is a sort of notion of just LLM, sort of generation of images, where I'm kind of moving into the work and I'm looking at any image that has meaning and reference and creating it, similar to an LLM, you know. So I'm taking a kind of an LLM approach to that's kind of a change from what I'd been looking at with my artworks previously. This is the sort of idea here. The the Himalayan region being depicted by the mountain at the bottom, and then the climbing, which is to do with my tree climbing. So I had photographs, and this was a lino cut. They were a lot simpler in some sense, and then with a bit of paint to embellish the place, the scene. So in some sense, there was a kind of reliance on photography, digital technology, to create, and carving the Himalayas, and a simple theme. Whereas now I'm sort of moving away from that. Self can be liberating, it can give a sense of freedom too, but it can also be limiting in your goals or your motivation. So I tend to sort of flitter between one project and another. My artistic identity was kind of straddled between that, so creating sort of sculptures, and this identity of being an artist was always there, a visual artist. When I went to India, there was a tsunami, narrowly escaped that, and stayed at a sculpture village called Mahabalipuram. And it's from that time, it just sort of caught hold of me, the whole visual arts sort of genre. At the beginning it was sculpture. And so when I got back to Australia, I got a hold of a marble from Chillagoe, and that sort of transformed itself in various ways from the Mission Beach time, which was only for about a year, to Townsville, which I was thrown into in some way because of a postgraduate course I'd signed up for teaching